Welcome to a special edition of the MOSHAPE Minute. My name is Guy Danhoff, and I'm joined today with some very special guests. I'm joined with me by Sally Schulte. Sally is with the Wentzville School Districts, also with Dr. Patrick Fine. He's with the Rockwood School Districts, and also Brad Brummel with the Springfield Public Schools. I want to thank you guys all for joining us today. I understand you guys have yet again been hard at work. It was like 6 weeks ago. We were doing a little panel discussion and you guys are introducing a new MOready resource. Well, I guess now you're back for your second one. And Sally, I was wondering if you could introduce for the viewers what your new resource is for physical educators.
Sure, Guy, thanks. We have been hard at work and we know our teachers are working really hard as well around the state. So we're trying everything we can to make things easier for them this year. So we were asked by DESE to put together a resource specifically around fitness testing. And this resource is really to help our teachers with planning and implementing in whatever situation they're in, whether that's virtual or that's hybrid or that's fully in person. We have created a resource that anybody can use in any situation.
Very cool. And Patrick, I was wondering maybe you could give us a little bit of the highlights and maybe even the purpose behind why this new resource is so invaluable to teachers no matter what mode of activity they're doing.
Well, thanks, Guy. The purpose of why we put this together was that fitness testing reporting is going to continue to be an important thing that PE teachers need to be doing in the state of Missouri. So we knew this was going to be a challenging time to be able to accomplish that. How are we going to do that when we're in person? How are we going to do that in a virtual setting? And I think we all know that the in-person side of it is not as big of a challenge right now as the virtual side. So that was really our purpose, is let's try to create options for teachers that they have in this time that they might not have in their arsenal to be able to pull from. So I guess the thing to point out is that these are really at-home options. They're not necessarily going to replace anything moving forward. It is, what are we going to do during this COVID time to provide opportunities for the teachers to be able to have additional resources, to be able to pull from, to be able to continue to do fitness testing. But we also know that the lifelong skill of self-assessing their fitness level is the most important thing that we need to keep in mind. So whether we're doing that in person or whether we're doing that virtually, that's the most important part of it.
Absolutely, and thanks for sharing that. The self-assessment piece obviously is a very key to that. And with that, Brad, I was wondering if you could kind of tell us, actually show us maybe a quick overview of the tool and point out some key highlights. And while you're doing that, could you tell us a little bit about a video that you guys are making as a companion to this new resource?
Sure. So Pat, Sally, and myself, we plan to create kind of a little deeper dive into this resource, this MOready at-home fitness resource, how we would use it, how we would recommend our teachers using it, how it can benefit them, kind of going through each fitness component and giving them a little bit of a deeper dive into it. So if you're interested, if you want to learn a little bit more about this resource, we'd recommend you checking that out.
Okay, you want to kind of give us a quick spin on what you have here?
Sure. So the at-home teacher resource is going to break each fitness component down into categories, and it's going to start off with the aerobic capacity. We tried to make this resource efficient and easy to use and ready to use. So you'll see with each category, you'll have a menu of options, because we know that not every school or student one test will work better. So we try to provide a menu of options. With each test, you'll find kind of a quick description, because sometimes as a teacher, you just need that idea. And then once you read that idea, you can take and run with it and execute it the way that you know how. But just in case you want more resources, we have how-to tutorial videos for each test. So these can be used into your learning management system to help show students how to do it. You can plug this into your assignments. As well with resources. These can be used as well in your assignments. So an example of that would be like the PACER audio. If a student is going to do that at-home PACER test, they would obviously need that audio to execute that test. Projector visuals that you can use in your schools, and then as well as a submission template. So these are ready to use Google Docs that you can plug into your LMS and have students have a virtual document to submit their scores. They're learning from it, and so you can edit these to fit your specific need, but each test has that. And then you'll just see that each area that we have to report for 5th, 7th, and 9th grade, there is a option for each one of those components. So a great example would be for flexibility. We're all used to using the sit and reach box, and we know students aren't going to have that at home. So we've come up with a well, we wouldn't say we came up with it, but we used the Presidential Youth Fitness Program at home modifications. That way we don't lose the credibility of FitnessGram and the Cooper Institute. And so they work together real well. And so we use those resources, and then we just made videos where we needed to. And so students can use these resources to do the sit and reach test to assess their flexibility at home without a box. And so I would say the second part of this resource is the guidance resources on the second tab. And these are just categorized into resources to help you report and communicate with your students and families what that healthy fitness zone is, best practices, and instructional resources that you could use in that virtual setting or in a hybrid or in-person setting with maybe what could a student use to learn about fitness and health-related fitness prior to completing that fitness assessment. So that's kind of just a real quick overview of the at-home teacher resource.
Well, Brad, I want to thank you for taking time to do this demonstration. And for our viewers, I'll let you guys know, if in this post, if you check, we've provided the link to this. Just to let you know, the last resource that this group put out, it's been being used by over 2,200 teachers. This is, yet again, a great resource. I want to congratulate you guys again on doing such a fine job putting together this resource, obviously for the fitness testing at home. And Sally, I understand that you guys will be doing a presentation on part of this and some other things at the MOSHAPE convention coming up in November 12th through the 15th. I was wondering maybe you could tell us a little bit about that session that will be obviously be virtual.
Yeah, absolutely. So Brad, Patrick, and myself are going to be putting together a presentation that really dives into the DESE resources, the two that we've created, and some other ones too that are out there that are really awesome. And we feel like our teachers need to know what they are and what they do. And then we also are going to be talking about a lot of advocating tools and how our pieces fit into advocating. So we're excited to share that with you guys at MOSHAPE, and it will be MOready Resources and Advocacy, and just look for our name.
Well, that's awesome. So guys, you guys will see a lot more. I might even get you guys in for one more interview right before you guys do that, just as a reminder. And we'll also put out both resources available. Again, maybe there's some viewers that didn't catch the first time when we did it. We will provide that, as well as this new fitness testing at home resource. And with that, guys, I want to thank you guys for taking the time. And again, congratulations on doing a fantastic job with that new resource, certainly for the people in our state. We certainly are very appreciative of your efforts, as well as some of the team people that you guys use behind the scenes. And guys, we'll provide both links for you guys in this posting. And to you guys, I want to thank you guys for taking the time right here on the MOSHAPE Minute. And we'll see you guys next week with another episode. Thank you.